He was born by the river, little trailer park. Oh, just like that trailer he been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but them feet have been exposed. Oh, yes, they have. When I go to my brother and I say, brother, cover them feet. And he end up kicking me back on my knees. Oh, there are times when I thought that y'all didn't believe me. But I told y'all a long time ago about them crusty feet. It's been a long time coming, but them feet have been exposed. Oh, yes, they have. Hey, people, I'm Oka Drop, dog liquor. Z say zay zat, Z say zay zat. Erica J. Black B4 Beauty. Black, make sure I'm saying it right. Black 4E Beauty. Black 4E Beauty, how you doing? Yeah, this story's been marinating a couple of days. Apparently, Miss Wilson, she was feeling so comfortable and so into herself, and she was feeling so beautiful now that she's taken off 100 pounds. That she set her big nasty ass over there in Las Vegas, and she turned that camera down on them feet, right? Now she thought, what's wrong with my throat today? She thought that by angling the camera down at the feet, I go back and forth between she and he, because frankly, I'm confused. Sometimes he acts like a man, and sometimes he acts like a, anyway. He thought he could angle them feet down and make them feet look good in the Birkenstocks. Let me show y'all the feet first. Let me see. I don't know how to do the camera thing. Hold on. Okay. Now this is from Deanna Irvin. I got to start it because those lines and stuff will disappear if I start it. Come on now. Wait a minute. Why won't it move? Okay. Y'all see them feet? I want you to pay attention to not to the toes. The toes is what he thinks he's showing to the public, right? But look at the back of the shoe. Can you see that? The back of the shoe, you see where the sandal will only cover half of the foot. These are called Birkenstocks, right? And the issue with a Birkenstock shoe is, as you can see, it cuts off. It has two straps, one near the bottom of the foot and one near the top of the foot, right? But his foot, the ankles is really what the issue is, right? It's not the foot itself, which he thought he was exposing. But like he said so many times, he put it on YouTube. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I told you guys before, in Atlanta, Georgia, I said that boy's feet were so big, so wide, right? And his ankles were filling up so much of that space. It's like he couldn't tie the shoe, right? Because the laces were pulled all the way out. And there was not enough shoelace on either side to actually tie the shoe up, right? It's all ankle, right? So I'd already decided, because of the way my mind works, that if I was actually going to fight that boy, the first thing I was going to do was step on them feet. Because them feet look painful, honey. The first thing I was going to do was step on them feet. And perhaps that's why he kept them behind the counter. But the thing is this. Of course, Jay Wilson got something to say about everybody. Now he's accusing Dobie of being a murderer and all this shit. When you have flat feet, see, now he's coming to cover. He said, oh, I got a flat feet. I'm a flat feet brother. What do you mean you're a flat feet brother, nigga? All the time I was talking about them ankles, you act like I was a goddamn fool and I was lying or exaggerating, right? But we seen that I was not exaggerating because I never made a comment about his feet, right? Because I never saw his feet, right? Because the feet were in these conservative, I don't know, business shoes. They didn't go anything with the black and white outfit, black and white pants, black and white everything. But she got brown shoes on because she couldn't find anything that she can get on her feet, right? But the thing I was saying that I never saw the feet. All I saw was the back of the foot. And what I think what we experienced in this picture I just showed you is that the back of his foot won't even go into a Birkenstock shoe, right? He's got this much shoe in front of his feet because that's as far as his foot will go into the shoe, right? Now he says, of course, he's always got some kind of spin. Oh, I'm a flat-footed brother. I'm a flat because I run. Because what happened? Because you run. When did you start running? So you're saying, Jay Wilson, that when you started taking that tonnage off a couple months ago with all them pills, you mean to tell me that your feet got flat because of that? Were you running when I saw you in Atlanta? Were you running in your college years or your flying years? Or when exactly were you running that your feet would be flat now? Nigga, your feet have always been flat. And it is disturbing. So a lot of people are beginning to want to listen. Why is it exactly that you left this job that you keep bragging about, this damn thing you did in your 20s? What was it? Working for Delta Airlines as a flight attendant, steward or flight attendant or stewardess. Were your feet flat then? You know, a lot of people can't even get on a job that requires standing if they have flat feet. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that the United States military will not even take you if you have flat feet, right? It is considered an abnormality in these feet, right? So I'm trying to say, why did they sit you down as the airline steward? You say, oh, I just woke up one day. I just didn't want to fly no more. I just gay about the day. I just didn't want to fly no more. Jay Wilson, why did those people let you go? It was because you had become so rotund and them flat feet, girl, were causing you so much pain that you were no longer qualified for the job. Maybe if you were at a normal weight, the flat feet wouldn't be so bad. But you can imagine somebody 350 pounds walking around with them flat feet. Now I'll tell you something else about this gay thing. The gay thing has certain elements that really have nothing to do with sex, right? Like many times you can tell a person is gay by the way they walk. It is their body language, right? And that's not to say that all people switch or anything like that. Wait a minute. Let me tell you this. I got a sidebar. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is how my mama, when she discovered I was gay, right? I went to California. I had to bring the car back. So I came back to Indianapolis, right? And my mother didn't know how to confront me about this suspicion she had because she was a single mother. All they did is sit on the phone and gossip, talk all the time. No offense, ladies. They're always talking, right? So apparently there was already some scuttlebutt about me coming to California and all that. So I was going to the store for her, and she can see over her in her kitchen window. She could see me walking out, go to the store, right? And she said, when I got back from the store, she said, there was already tension in the house, knowing that I was about to leave again, and should have had the conversation then because I ain't been back but a handful of times in 40 years. Anyway, she said, Timothy, When you start switching when you walk? Well, my walk had not changed in a couple of months, mother, but if that's the way you want to broach the subject, whatever. What I'm saying is that a lot of people have a little twitch in their walk, and then sometimes very sexy. People like the various different kind of things. I like a little sweetness in the walk. If they have a decent body, there's a little bit of twist to the way they walk. It's kind of sexy, you know. But I'm saying it is hard. It is hard to be sexy with flat feet. I'm trying to imagine, how does this goddamn Jay Wilson walk when he's trying to be sexy? Because now he's doing all this stuff to be sexy, right? So if the nigga, wait a minute, oh, I'm coming, wait a minute, come on. Jay Wilson, how are you making them flat people? How you making them flat be sexy, girl? So that occurred to me, and that's what got me up and on the computer this morning, girl. I said, Miss Dave, country ass boy, it is hard to make that gay thing work with them flat ass feet. So you kept it a secret, and I don't know why you all of a sudden decided to bring that on and show it to YouTube. You must have really been feeling yourself on Mark's birthday. She keeps saying somebody's birthday. It's somebody's birthday. Somebody's birthday, girl. Pre-arranged crip. You couldn't back out of it, girl. So now I'm going to should I shift slightly? Oh, the Birkenstocks. That's the issue with the Birkenstocks. There's another picture that showed up. See how that Birkenstock is? Did she move it? Oh no, she's showing the front of the feet, but you can still see the back of where the ankle meets the shoe. You see how that won't go any further in, and he's stuck with all that extra shoe in front, right? And that's got to be kind of strange because half the foot is still out over the back of the shoe. Birkenstocks don't make them custom like that, baby. If he got that much shoe in front, that means he got an equal amount in the back laying on the ground. So what made him think he could wear Birkenstocks of all things, girl? Is this the way you were going to turn? I just had some milk. Forgive me, people. I keep burping. Is this how you were going to turn Mark on? Jay Wilson, I feel vindicated because you have shown the world, proven to the world that I was not lying. I was not exaggerating. Your ankles are just like that, girl. You cannot even lace up a shoe because of your deformity. Since you're so concerned with other people's deformities and you have so much to say about other people's bodies and their lives and all this shit. Anyway, another thing that he's done that has annoyed me on today is he keeps making references to, where's my phone here? Well, we got so many devices these days. Yeah. He keeps making references to other people's hotel rooms. Apparently, this is the travel season. We're at the end of the summer now. People are traveling. A lot of people are in Vegas. Wally's in Vegas right now. But he's taking an issue with everybody's accommodations. He's make comments about Deanna Irving, their hotel building, or what city they're in, and Wally's in Vegas, and ZT Monster's in Vegas, and all this kind of stuff, right? He's making all these references to their accommodations, right? Jay Wilson, those people paid for their rooms. How can you compare something you have stolen with people who are paying for their rooms? You didn't pay for a luxury suite. When you got off the plane, before you left San Antonio, you had already planned to rip those people off because a person like you, a pissant, can't afford a room like that. You knew you were never going to pay for it. You knew exactly what the hotel was. You know what the accommodation was. You know what they would comp. And you went on here with this harebrained story, humiliating yourself and all of the black race by being so disgusting in Vegas, right? All the black people in line, I feel so bad for them. Shame. The shame. I know a lot of them people, especially the brothers, you know how they're kind of rough anyway. They probably thinking, look at this nigga, right? because you just went there and ripped them off. You stole the room. So how can you compare a room you have stolen, services you have stolen, to people who are actually going on their vacations and paid for their trips? You can't afford any more than what they paid for. You can't. But you're a thief. You're a charlatan, right? It is embarrassing to us that you're actually over here presenting as somebody in ministry. Well, no one is more low life than you, Jay Wilson. But I want to say, stop talking about these people's accommodations, because I saw the room that you were in. That was a very high-end room, right? But it doesn't make a difference because you stole it, right? Like if I go out and I steal myself a Maserati, I steal it. I stole it. The damn engine was running. I hopped in and stole it. Now, is my car comparable to someone else who's actually bought a car, made the payments, fixed the car, did the maintenance? No, I stole that. It's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. So that room in Vegas, didn't belong to you, and you did it on purpose. I wonder, did you tell Mark that he was about to be a part of a scam, a major scam for a couple $1,000s, right? Because it takes a certain kind of a person who can lay themselves on the bed of a room when they know they have no intention of paying for it, right? Most people say, no. I'm not going there, girl, and trying to rip people off and scam for rooms and all that kind of shit. No. I have to be comfortable where I'm going because I paid for it, right? But you're not a legitimate person, are you, Jay Wilson? I remember when you used to come on here and talk about my criminal history of things that occurred, which I shared in my memoir 35 years ago when I was barely in my 20s, right? Oh, he stole in the store. He stole in the store. I stole in the store in my 20s. Nigga, you are a full-grown man who does not do drugs. You say you're not an alcoholic. You don't drink. You don't smoke. You don't gamble. So why are you up there stealing people's accommodation? You did it intentionally. You know that hotel is about to close, right? So you thought you hop your fat ass in there for one last hurrah, nigga. So stop criticizing other people for their hotel rooms. They're normal hotel rooms, girl. It's what we all pay for. Nobody sitting over there paying thousands of dollars for no goddamn 2 days, right? But you want to show off for Mark. Look what I'm doing for you, Mark. Usually you just take him to the amusement park, right? So he done jump from the amusement park to the luxury accommodations in Vegas for his birthday. Is this an attempt to try to hold on to him? I'm sorry. I'm doing better, Mark. I'm going to take you to Las Vegas. I'm going to take you first class. It's going to be first class. Oh, I'm in love with you, Mark. I love you. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the only man I ever known. There's no way I could ever go, darling. No way. No way. I'm living without you. Oh, Jay Wilson, did you have Mark load the bags into the car, or wait for the Uber as you checked out of that room? That's what I want to know. I want to know the real deal, nigga. I'm sure he doesn't impress me from what we've seen of him as a person who is out ripping people off, pulling scams, right? Since you showed off and you ordered all kind of room service and you having steak tartare and all this kind of shit, right? Because when you were bragging about getting this room for zero, your words and not mine, you said you paid nothing for the room. You had the audacity to demand that they pay for the food as well. And why? My room wasn't chilly. I wanted chili. If y'all go to his community page where he can't resist bragging about, you'll see how that room is set up, floor to ceiling windows and all. You'll see these big drapes. They have those drapes there for a reason, a Jay Wilson, right? They have a sheer behind and a drape. So when it gets to be 120 degrees outside, you might want to pull the drapes so you can have it chilly, right? You made that ridiculous complaint, and it did not bother you at all looking at those people right in their mouth and lying, making up a story, a ridiculous story to get the room for free, to pay nothing. And you said you paid nothing other than the airfare, girl. And how much could the airfare possibly be between San Antonio and Vegas, girl? I'm Rainy Puts. Rhonda. How you doing, Rhonda? Chris Caldwell, he wanted it chilly. He said he wanted it chilly. He said, oh, it wasn't bad. It was after sitting up here for days and days and days bragging about how fabulous this room was, right? You're showing, you got pictures all over the internet, girl. You're showing everybody how much better your room is than their room. So if this room is so fabulous, girl, then why did you have to steal it? Why didn't you pay your bill? If there was any kind of gratitude for the accommodation that they provided, why were you reluctant to pay your bill? I don't understand it. And then you're going to brag about it, girl. You have no bragging rights, Jay Wilson. None. Nothing. You stole that. Let me see what y'all doing on today. You know how I am with that boy. Thank you, Alexis, for super chat. People that really have money don't have time to be asking for food credits and things and refunds and due, girl. That nigga could never have. How you gonna afford a room? He ain't got no job, girl. For him, everything. Oh, I got a job. I got a job, nigga. We done seen you go on 4 trips in the last month and a half, and now you tell us about the 3 more that you planning on, girl. And who gonna pay for them? You say you're going on a cruise. What's that gonna cost the cruise ship? An embarrassment. I'm so glad your mama ain't around to see all this. I know it would be heartbreaking for a mother. I'm not glad she's dead. I don't want anybody to be dead, but I'm just saying at least she can be spared of what you have become, right? She can probably figure, well, all the times we helped him out, all the time we had sent money because he had run short of money, all the times that we had to support him having yet another degree in something, and they to see what all that what they were to get, what was the residual effect of all that. It's got to be heartbreaking. They said, damn, we got 9 kids. We have 9 children. Some of the girls got kids. We could have helped a whole lot of different areas. But no, just like the whole Mirage Hotel, the parents were just tricks as well, right? Just gimme, gimme, gimme. The churches were gimme, gimme, gimme. Every time you go pray for a guy, I pray to the church. I pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Of course, the church sings along with the song, so they can't hear him. Ooh, I got my money. I got my money. I got $250. I got you. I said, well, what a strange way to do ministry. You're only concerned about how much money you got out of the church? So the churches are essentially being ripped off as well. Because we've all experienced those sounds you make calling it music, right? At one point, you had the nerve to bring that goddamn keyboard onto YouTube. Girl, Miss Thing, you should never have brought it because we sure was going to talk about it. Nigga, this shit was horrible. And you're charging people money for that, girl. How are you scamming those people? We notice that none of these churches seem to want to call you back, girl. It's usually a one-time shot, so you get all you can get out of them, right? We ain't gonna bring up the books. We ain't gonna bring up these charities of yours. We ain't gonna bring up the Cash App Palousas, girl. We ain't gonna bring up the constant begging while claiming to never beg, girl. We ain't gotta bring up none of that, girl. We can just focus on your exploits in the last 2 weeks. That's enough. That'll preach right there, honey. Ooh, it's hot in here. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Y'all didn't know I can sing Jennifer, did you? Sounding beautiful. I don't even have a master's degree. Hold on, baby. We're going to burn up in here. Hold on. There you go. There you go, H. Queenie. Then we over there get us have a little breeze going, honey. Have y'all been watching? The nerve, honey. So y'all see that I was not lying. I was not lying about what happened in Vegas. He's over there feeling he's vindicated. See, he didn't come across the counter. I told him I'm gonna pull them teeth out. I'm gonna remind you of you pulling my teeth out too. I never forget shit like that. Never. There's niggas that threatened me in high school, girl. I still remember it. I remember the day it happened, bitch. So I'm gonna bring that back to you. If ever there's a chance, honey. But what was I just saying? Wait a minute. I was not lying about what happened there. I was not lying about his ankles. It wasn't about the feet. It's about the ankles, girl. You have a little dot. You have like somebody drew something onto your ankle to make an ankle bone, hip bone connected to the leg bone connected to the ankle bone. And oh, didn't it rain? You just have a little dot in the middle of the ankle, girl, and just all that fat around there. Even taking off that tonnage, it did not affect them feet, girl. So I'm with Miss Deanna, girl. You might want to get that checked out and see what's causing that, honey. Right now, I know you in them ankles is a lot less pain because it ain't carrying around quite so much. But we all know that when you live by the pill, you will die by the pill, honey. You have pumped yourself. You have taken appetite suppressants and appetite suppressants. Yet the Mirage Hotel got to give you $300 in food vouchers. What do you need that for? Is it just get whatever you can get? He was so braggadocious about all they gonna give me. They were gonna comp me a room. I said, oh no. Here's what I want. I want all 3 nights comped, and I want $300 in vouchers, and I want my credit that I stayed here, even though I didn't pay to stay here. I want my credit like I stayed here, so I can get credit, get a free room next time. And then I want the late checkouts. I want to be chilly. I want to be chilly till I leave. How the fuck you gonna be chilly, you stupid bald head retarded ass nigga? They said their engineer told your punk ass that when you walk into the room, because they're cooling like 500 rooms, girl. I mean, I'm sure that their cooling bill at 110, 120 degrees is enormous, child. So they've got the system. When you walk into the room, that's when the air conditioner comes on. So let me ask you, if you have a room sitting for several hours with all the windows open, right? All the windows open, no air conditioning. What condition is the room going to be when you walk your big ass in there, girl? The air conditioner is not even on. It comes on while you're there. So you can't be inconvenienced. Oh, I gotta wait a half hour. Take your funky black ass into that bedroom, which you did not pay for. Right? I'm beginning to wonder why it was necessary for you and Mark to have separate bedrooms as well. I mean, this is a birthday celebration, or were you just going out with your girlfriend because you already arranged this earlier? How could the hotel room be chilly? I think that the air conditioning will be burping and chirping, just trying to get it chilly when you get in the goddamn room. We're talking about 500 rooms, remember? No shame whatever. And have the nerve to brag about it. That's the part that gets me, girl. She have the nerve to brag about everybody else's accommodation. Look at them rooms. Oh, that must be an extended stay. Oh, that must be whatever it was, nigga. It was paid for. It was legit. It was too legit to quit, nigga. You stole that room. How can you brag about it? You can't brag about that. Just this week, the news programs come on, local news, California news, every time you come on. Every time you wake up, it's somebody else is in the car chasing LA or something like that. And I was thinking, because this one situation, this guy was driving in this Mercedes, right? And they were on the freeway tying up traffic and all that, causing dangers to everybody. But they had this fancy Mercedes, high-end Mercedes, right? And when the cops finally got him stopped, They opened the door and money started flying all over the place, all over the freeway, right? So I said, oh, these guys must be drug dealers, something, right? They've got to be drug dealers, right? And then when the news, the audio came on, they were reporting that, oh no, this is just a stolen car. These motherfuckers just stole the car a few minutes ago. So it ain't the same as if it was their car, right? No shame at all. Disgusting. Brags about it, girl. How many is Z? You're supposed to be in them streets in Vegas. What are you gonna do in the streets? He said he don't drink, he don't gamble, he don't do no dope, he don't smoke no weed, he don't eat. What the fuck is he doing, girl? He said he don't eat. I just had a yogurt. But yeah, you want to go steal all this shit, girl? That speaks to your character, Jay Wilson. Now, you may comment about my character as a young person in my teens and 20s, even to my early 30s, because I was a drug addict, girl. But you're not a drug addict. You're not even a young person. You're a 55-year-old sissy out here pulling scams to get people's property for free. What really happened at Delta Airlines? What was it? Was it the fat ass? Was it the bloated ankles? Was it your inability? Was it your inability to walk down them aisles? Because as I told you guys before, if you've ever been on a Delta flight, you know that the aisles are very, very small. I'd imagine most airlines, they're not spacious, you know. But this guy is coming down the aisle on a Delta plane, right? And he's supposed to be serving coffee and cookies and peanuts. Peanuts is a big deal, right? But every time he's walking down that aisle, when he turns to give the peanuts to the person in this aisle, somebody's over there thinking, damn, could you get your ass out of my face? Jesus, right? He's so huge that how you going to be trying to serve something from one side? You have to do like this, nigga. Just here, everybody want peanuts? Just throw them down the aisle, girl. So, of course, you will never get the real story there, girl. What caused that? Or was it something simple as in some kind of embezzlement? Because if you're so comfortable going into hotels and pulling stunts like this in your 50s, you were probably just as bold in your 40s, in your 30s, in your 20s. This ain't the first time you pulled a scam, right? People ride airlines, they're constantly checking in and out of hotels. You knew the situation with the Mirage very well. This ain't the first time. I'm sorry, baby. It wasn't the first time ever you ripped them off. It felt like rain because you did it so often. And you didn't even look back because you were a familiar scammer. And you're still scamming. Who in the hell gonna get fired from their job live online? And then start planning luxury trips. You ain't got no, I'm working. And then, like usual, every time somebody calls somebody on you, it turns out that you're not working, girl. You're a temp, and you haven't even been working on the temp very much, girl. I mean, how often do they need a temp to be a chaplain? So your career as a chaplain, that's over. You tried that. You got a little training, girl. Went on, 9 months or some shit like that, where you got a little stipend. So even those months, you were dependent on YouTube, but you don't even have the decency to give the people credit for propping up your lifestyle, right? I don't need the money. I'll take it, but I don't need it. They said, well, girl, why is there so much emphasis on the money then? Don't you talk every other sentence come out your mouth about you just here for the money? We're confused. I'm extremely confused, girl. Charlatan, shyster. And I just thank God that he blocked it. Right? Because you were going to cause a lot of damage in your communities if anyone ever actually hired you in ministry after you got all the degrees. I got a degree. If you ever did that, you were going to be doing some shysty shit, right? First of all, you were going to be a queen. You were never going to tell them that. You've never been even capable of living out loud. You only started living out loud because of what Wiley did, and also because you realized that I really don't have anything to lose, right? But it would have been a terrible mess if you actually got behind a pulpit. You would be one of those ones we'd be reporting on, like Whitehead. Mm-hmm. You have no soul and you have no conscience. Mm-hmm. But God blocked it. He said it wouldn't be so. Oh, God blocked it. Mm-hmm. And so you drag your nasty ass over here. Hi, Doreen is blessed. That's right. Living your blessing. Yes, you sure are, Doreen. We all blessed. For God to allow this thing to go on this long in spite of what's on this earth. Right? The depravity of men. You don't believe he was a flight attendant? Put your back into it. Unc, I don't believe he was a flight attendant. Why would he tell the truth about that? He lied about everything else, right? He know how to act if he had ever traveled. He would know his outrageous stories don't add up. Well, I don't think he cares. And I believe that he believes that people are stupid, right? You see what the kind of people he goes after. He thinks he likes to put himself in a situation where he can feel like he is smart and everybody else is dumb, right? So he can basically do everything. The way he's carrying on about this damn this W, you know how he stretched that out girl for 3 months and he still can't resist finding. Now he calling a girl a murderer. Anyway, he went on and on and on about her event, like it was really his business. Her event. And then out of the other, this is what he's had this side of the mouth, right? This is the daily banter. This side of the mouth, he's saying, oh, my event was so successful. Oh, Vivian did it all. Vivian. Wait a minute. Hold the hell on. If Vivian did all the planning, which I don't know how much planning it takes to go and corral a table. If I arrive with some of my church friends and we have a table of, we need 6 or 8 at the table, they just push the tables together and that's our little party, right? This is the planning that Vivian did. Or was it the Sunday when they had the armed guard standing at the door because Wallace said he coming over there, girl? And then King Giles went up there and talked for 20 minutes about how you start a YouTube channel. Don't the people would be there? Don't they already know how to start a YouTube channel, girl? God damn, it's right here in the thing. Start my YouTube channel, and they just tell you, girl. But that was the thing that she planned or whatever it was. He said that she planned the event. We saw that the subscribers paid for every single meal, everything that occurred there, they paid for it. We saw them additionally, him begging them out of all their money. So they've given him $3,000 and $4,000 extra to put in his own pocket. Although he want to come and brag that everybody got some money. Everybody got some money. Girl, how much money? You always leave that part out. So you collect 3,000 and you give 5 babe $100. Is that what everybody got something? He did virtually nothing on this big event. Oh, you told them, they didn't have to, we didn't charge them for that, or we didn't charge for this. What do you mean you didn't charge for anything, girl? Yeah, you didn't charge for the flight because they paid their own flight, right? They paid for their own room. The subscribers, Dory and those people, they pay for the food. Vivian planned the thing and organized it, you said, right? So what exactly was your role in this, Jay Wilson? What did you do exactly? But you want to criticize everybody else's, girl. Just like you stole that room and you want to criticize everybody else's room. And now we want to talk about your lack of ankle, nigga. Flatfoot boy. I can just see that walk, girl, trying to be sexy. He said he got flat feet because he ran for the last 2 months, girl. I would go on here You know, you can get anything on Google. They'll show you people, babies have flat feet, honey. They have little kids have. He's always had flat feet. So why is he trying to blame this on there? He ran around the block, girl. It's like you got to blame this massive weight loss until going to the gym, girl, for 20 minutes, and because until they caught his ass, or he told on himself. You told on yourself because you put it on YouTube, and when we talk about, we talked about it. I know that stupid retarded ass nigga is sorry that he posted that picture of them feet. He thought he was really doing something, child. And everybody looking at them ankles. And why can't that ankle fit in that shoe? Jay Wilson, you cannot wear Birkenstocks, idiot. Why would you want to walk around somewhere in a shoe with that much shoe in front of your feet, your toes, and then this much ankle on the ground? What sense does that make? Doesn't make any sense, Jay Wilson. You're a delusion. You are a delusion Negro, girl. I told y'all when I was boosting, right? And the transgender girls, the ones that I was hanging around with, because we were all addicts, they were mostly prostitutes, right? And so my job was I'll go out and steal. I said, girl, I can go get you some shoes. I know the store, I can get you some shoes. And they would always give me most of the time. They would never say what size shoe they really wore. It was the strangest thing to me. And so I had this one, what was her name? I forget her name. But anyway, this girl, she always had money. I guess she had regular tricks. And she always wanted me to get her a size 9 shoe. I said, girl, I'm looking at them feet, them dogs. I know this girl's worth a 13. I wear a 13, right? But she always wanted me to get her a size 9 shoe. And then I caught her out on the track one night, right? And she had them big feet squeezed into the pointy part of the shoe. And there had to be that much foot in the back of the shoe, girl. Because she was facing the traffic machine, girl. They could see all that foot back there. That's what you call delusion. Or for some of y'all, a delusional. Good bitch. Talk about my criminal activities. Ain't that a bitch? Nigga, you something else. You a 55-year-old queen, supposed to be in ministry, girl. You went to seminary and all this shit, and you out here stealing right now. Not yesterday, not long ago, not in the teenager, girl. You stealing right now. You're a thief right now. You ain't supposed to be a thief at 55. You could be a thief at 25. We probably all stole something at 20. 19, 18, 20 years old, girl. But by the time you get to be 50, you ain't got no habits. People who have habits, they got to steal. They got to support their habit or whatever. But for you, who says you don't have any kind of vices at all, why are you out there stealing from people? How y'all doing today? Did y'all get a picture of them feet? I don't know how to do things up on my computer. I can do the thumbnail, but them feet is flat as a board. And imagine you trying to switch with them feet like that. Even a woman, a real woman, girl, it's a whole different thing when they're wearing flats and when they're up on them high heels, bitch. When you get up in them 6-inch stilettos, you can't help but switch, right? You can't help it. The shoe make you switch. In men, we used to wear cowboy boots back in the day. Soon you put them cowboy boots on, girl, it was time to party because it raised you up, right? Now, Jay Wilson going through his life like that. And he tried to book his move. I was always gay. I just didn't tell nobody. How in the hell you gonna make that flat feet sexy, girl? I don't know how you gonna do it. Now you could get up in some heels, honey, because the heels will arch your foot. It might be kind of painful. Oh, that's what that bitch needs. She needs some high heels, ladies. Y'all got to show Jay Wilson how to get him some heels, honey, and make that foot arch, right? I mean, if the shoe is down like this, you can't help but arch. If the back part is up high like that, girl, he gonna be up doing that tiptoe through the tulips. Put that hoe up on her ankles, baby. He bloated. Yeah, girl, and I saw him live though. See the angle that we only have a couple of pictures because he's dumb enough to put them up there. the angle shooting down at the foots, but I was at eye level at them feet. Them ankles, I mean, they were huge, girl. He had ankle busting all out at the back of the shoe, right? Like I said, no, the things weren't tied. When he walked, you got that impression of, whoosh, 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 whoosh. I'm sure when he was in school, the kids would walk behind him. When he's walking, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then all of a sudden, oh, I got flat feet. Why are you confessing now, Jay Wilson? Just like every other time, every other thing, you always have to be caught. Right? You ain't saying nothing about them flat ass feet, girl, and disgusting ass ankles. No. You didn't say a damn thing when I was accusing you of having these huge ankles. Not a peep, not a word, right? And now you coming out, since you were stupid enough to take a picture, think you were pulling something off, girl. Now you got to come out and say you got flat feet, girl. And you know them ankles are, because it's like the foot is flat, right? Ordinarily, when you have an arch in the foot, let me see. Hold on a minute. We're going to use some visuals. I want to understand. I think it's important to understand things as we get old and become senior citizens. I just so happen to have one handy. Now, this is a Roman foot. You see that foot? This is a Roman soldier's foot, right? And you see the arch in the foot here? The arch, right? Now, Jay Wilson foot, he don't have no arch. That means that all the meat in his foot, it just kind of flops over, right? It's got a big old, on the side of his foot, he has a big old slab of like a hog maw on the side of his foot right there, where it's supposed to be an arch there. It's laying flat, and then that fat from the foot just flops over. You feel me? Now, Jay Wilson, you can do a shoe like this. A Birkenstock, you see they get the strap here, and then they got a strap up here. You can't get your foot in that strap, right? That's why your foot is set back, because you can't get your foot in it, right? But something like this, where you can lace it around that big motherfucker. You could tie that foot into the shoe, nigga. Now, you could do that, Jay Wilson. But as far as the slip-on, you want to go, baby, you can lace that foot up and tie it up like the Romans used to do, child. You see that right there, Jay Wilson? Lord have mercy. Disgusting. Every time she get caught in something, girl, she over there running her mouth and running her mouth and running her mouth. Hey. The actual couples exchange body heat. Ooh. Who is changing body heat, honey? Girl, ain't no body heat when you have you go get a 2-bedroom suite for somebody's birthday. What, you want to keep the cat in the other room? No, because you're no longer with the boy, child. It's just a trip. I can call up one of my girlfriends and just go, let's go to Vegas. Everybody in California goes to Vegas. I don't know what he makes such a big, huge thing out of. Everybody in the world, matter of fact, girl. It ain't that big a deal, honey. Thank you, Sharon Marie Watson. Thank you for Super Chat. Appreciate you. Have a good Sunday. He trying to take the power back now. Yeah, I'm a fat foot brother. I'm a flat foot brother. There's a couple of old girls. I ain't gonna say that. They're in my neighborhood, right? They're old queens. These are queens that are my age, are older than me even, right? But they still got that gay, right? So I better shut up. I don't know who watches me, honey. I don't know who watches me, girl, but trying to wiggle it. I don't want nobody pushing my shopping cart in the store, girl. I better shut up. Scammers call scamming their job and believe it. Yes, they believe it. He believes that he has experienced an injustice because the room was in Chile. Where was it supposed to get chilly, Jay Wilson? Everybody else in the hotel room recognizes when they come in the room, the air conditioner clicks on when they get in the room. So how in the hell is it going to be chilly? It's 120 degrees outside. You have left all the windows open. I want a view. I want a view. Then people say, listen, if this room is not satisfactory to you because of the way that it faces, the sun comes directly into the room, we can give you a different accommodation. Oh no, I want to just see the view. I want to see the view. Y'all can leave now. Y'all can leave. Ain't that a bitch? So you don't want them to fix the problem at all, girl. And because of all of your experience with these hotels, you knew exactly how you were going to play it. So I would like to ask Mark. I said, listen, Mark, did you know you were a party to this crime? Or did he have you wait in the lobby by the door or in front of the hotel with the bags for the getaway? Did he tell you? Did he tell you what he was about to do? That's what I want to know. What an uncomfortable trip. I wouldn't want that for my birthday. Keep it. How y'all doing today? Desperate mood, trying to hold on to a man. She ain't never had one, girl. Running around the internet. I got a partner. 50-something years old. Sound like a little schoolgirl. You supposed to do that when you were 16, girl. I got a boyfriend. He said, he's telling Mark, I'm in pain. I'm not feeling so good. We all got pain. you in pain, nigga, eat. I want $300 voucher. Probably has a list of what was they comp at these hotels. The hotels are busy. They deal with a lot of different kind of people, right? Nuisance. Like he said, I used to get busted stealing, boosting. And I'd make a scene, and the manager would come, and they would always let me go, kind of thing. How's that so different, Jay Wilson? Right? You're a nuisance. You have no self-respect, doctor. I'm Dr. Passer. And stop calling yourself Dr. Passer J. Wilson, right? Because you have no right to the name doctor. Even assuming that this other creature named James Wilcox will suck your cock, even if he has a doctorate, then his name would be Dr. James Wilcox Jr. That would be the actual person's name. But you can't claim doctor on a name that is fictitious. Jay Wilson has not earned any doctorate. He certainly is not no kind of pastor nowhere, except for here on YouTube, that fledgling channel. He obviously does not have any desire to minister into anyone, because if he did, he would have kept the ministry he started off with trying to rip y'all off. He saw that wasn't profitable enough. As he says, it wasn't lucrative enough. So shouldn't you have lost the name of Pastor then? Don Juan? Doctor. How the hell you doctor, girl? You done made up a name. So if you're a Dr. James Wilson, we should be able to look up Dr. J. Wilson then, right? Dr. James Wilson, right? Lord have mercy. Who's that baby over there talking about? Babe saying the beef sector dead. It ain't dead, baby. It's still here. But you know, and we ain't all that unique, right? Y'all see that horrible beef that's going on now with the entertainment folk over there with Tasha K, whatever their group is they're like 4 or 5 people, right? But just like we talk about the same 4 or 5 people here, they do the exact same thing over there. Over there is Nicki Minaj, and it's Tasha K, and it's what's the other one? A couple of other people, same 4 or 5 people, right? So now they're over there beefing now in that sector, and it's essentially the same thing. You talk to the same people. If you go to the cosmetic section, they're going to be talking about each other. It's the same people, right? The same ones who have risen to a place where they're all known amongst each other. So the beef sector is not dead, right? God's not dead, and the beef sector is not dead. It is yet alive. Mm-hmm. Did Dr. Apostle, Bishop, Pastor Wilson, and Mark get married? Mark ain't that stupid. Now, he might be slow, but Mark, I don't think he's that's downright stupid. Who the hell gonna be locked in with something like Jay Wilson? Nigga went and got a dog. He ain't never said nothing about no dog before. Oh, I love dogs. I love. Really? You never mentioned one. You said you always had dogs. You always had cats and all this shit, right? But no, when Mark walked out that door, oh, now go. Walk out the door. You're not the same guy. You're not welcome here no more. Mark said, I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave the key. If I'd have known for just 1 second, you'll be still romancing me. Oh, now no. Go on and go. Just turn around, Fats. You're not welcome here no more. Jay Wilson done got a dog, which actually Mark was coming back over his house only to see the dog. Every time he was on there for whatever that period was, for he realized the reality of it. Oh, Mark's up there with the dog. Mark's up there with the dog. Mark, he wasn't up there at all a week before that, right? He got a dog to try to hold on to him, right? He went on major weight loss adventure, starving himself by taking handfuls of appetite suppressants and stimulants. That's why she's all wild and crazy, because she's high on stimulants and appetite suppressants, right? And in his face, he does not look well at all. I don't know, boy. I don't know. You might have to rethink that one, Jay Wilson, because your face is starting to droop with all that skin, and you just look sickly. But you're willing to do that to try to hold on to Mark. You're trying to do anything you can, girl, to hold on to that boy. And he is telling you he don't want you. It ain't just your fat ass either, Jay Wilson. You can take the fat off, girl, but it's your personality, Jay Wilson, which is so repulsive. The more time that boy spent with you, the more time he realized who and what you were, right? When you drug your pitiful ass over there after 3 years of faithful service and gave that boy that discount knockoff Coach wallet, I know that boy was sitting back saying, I know this motherfucker about to give me a laptop, right? Because he ain't basically bought me a meal. He probably goes Dutch on every goddamn meal. He's so cheap. I have to wonder, why am I with this fool? And now all of a sudden, Jay Wilson is buying trips around the world, honey. And he's staying in luxurious suites and all this kind of thing, all to impress that boy. And he don't want you, Jay Wilson. And what the reality is, don't nobody want you. Because you're on all these sex sites, girl, and you're trying to catch another one, right? Because for a fool like you, you need something that you can claim. You and Mark never had any real relationship, right? You don't live in the same house. It's not the same thing, honey. You had a boyfriend, which you claim to be your partner, right? And what you're realizing now is, wait a minute, what is he realizing? When you get on them sex sites trying to find a replacement, see, because you still, even to this day, you can't even say that you're gay, but you are gay. See, I'm not with all this same gender loving. I'm same gender loving. Love has got nothing to do with just having sex with people, Jay Wilson. It's not the same thing. So you like to get into these relationships where you like to claim you are in a relationship, so therefore you are same gender loving. Loving, and what's love got to do with it? What's love? But a second-hand emotion. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a dick will do better? Oh, you weren't in love with that man you told to bring the lube. You don't know him. How could you know him? He didn't exist. Wally made him up. But you were also willing to cock your fucking thighs out. Probably you ran the chance, if that was a real person, him opening the door and him seeing them thighs and them jowls and all that. He might have punched you in your fucking face. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. And now you're realizing that not only are you a 55-year-old queen, you look every day of it, Jay Wilson, When you take those glasses off, girl, those glasses look like the sea hag. Your eyes, your real eyes, with them circles all underneath them, all over the top. You look every day of your age. And how many people are really out there looking for 55, 60, 70-year-old men to have sex with, girl? You're on sex sites. It's not a relationship site. Perhaps you can go to something like Match.com or Christian Mingle or something like that, girl. And the people won't actually want to talk to your ass. But the things you go to, girl, they're just looking for physical release. You don't fit there, girl. You ain't gonna find no husband on Growler or Grinder. I keep saying Growler because Growler is for the fat people. So that he's going from one to the other, but he'll go back to the other one too. Because the very day that you stop taking them pills, bitch, you're gonna gobble up half a San Antone. Right? Then we see you dripping all over that steak. Ooh, that juicy steak. Oh, I'm gonna take some of it home. I'm just gonna have a little piece. Lying ass nigga, girl. You go bring that piece of meat home, girl, and throw a potato with it and steak some greens. Jay Wilson is starting to look bad in the face. I agree, Stevie J. He does look bad. He's gonna look like Al Roker. Bless his heart, Al Roker. He lost his weight. I'm sure he's in better health now, but he knows what we're saying, girl. He took all that face that they're gonna try to squeeze out. He's gonna starve himself, and he looks like a person who is starving himself, trying to hold on to a man. He's just trying to hold on to his boyfriend, to his partner. Honey, that boy wants to be free, honey. Mark, he don't want to hurt your little feelings, girl, but you got to go. Get a subby to sleep with him. Ooh. Don't do it, subbies. Y'all can all do better than fucking these old men, honey. What if you have a heart attack or something? Taking all them pills, don't try to lay on somebody. Girl, Get your fat ass off me. Don't be no Kevin Samuels. Okay? You got all the answers, honey. Super weight loss and all this shit. He done called disgrace, starting his conversations with, how much do you weigh? How much do you weigh? You want to know how much everybody weigh and what? And who was the one that dropped dead of a heart attack? Don't be a precautionary tale, Jay Wilson. His face looking slimmer. Yeah, it is. He's starving himself. But he's not starving himself of his own volition. He's starving himself by taking massive amounts of appetite suppressants. Morning, noon, night. Anytime he get ready to eat something, an hour before he eats it, he got to take his appetite suppressants, right? Or otherwise, he'll order 3 Big Macs like he's been doing, right? Because what he says is that he has got an eating disorder, right? Now, if someone is ready to beat me up, someone is threatening me and lunging towards me, the very last thing I'm going to think of is stick a big juicy rib in my mouth. That's what happened in Atlanta. He is stress eating. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. My name is James Wilcox. Girl, boom, bitch. See that motherfucking rib bone coming out the back of your goddamn head. You're in danger, Will Smith. He didn't give a fuck. He cared about the food. The food made him feel better. And all of that is just being suppressed by appetite suppressants. It ain't over, baby. Jay Wilson making himself sick, trying to keep a man. It's sad. It is sad. Stay back there, Mark. Stay in your room. Why would Mark want to stay in his room? Aren't you all lusting after each other? Shouldn't he be in the same room with you? I mean, how does that work? What, is a dog in the other room? Or what was that all about? Miss Piggy said, I still believe he had weight loss surgery. Well, he's capable of lying like that. Some people fell for the okie doke and they said, well, Oh, he's in ministry. He wouldn't lie like that. He said he never lies. He said he never begs. He said he never this and he never that and he never this and he never that, right? He said all this kind of shit. But is Jay Wilson capable of actually having weight loss surgery and coming back here and lying about it and blaming it on the appetite suppressants? Absolutely. Anytime you can go into somebody's business and come up with a harebrained story like that, when the people have offered you a better accommodation, if you are not satisfied with the one they gave you and you refuse to leave the accommodation, you are refuse to leave the room because you want a view and you wanted what you wanted? Chili. You wanted chili? He said, well, we got half a dozen chili rooms right down the hall, sir. All you would have to do is take your belongings and just move. And no, I want this room. This is my room. I want to see the view. If you're going to see the view, right, and you're going to insist that you can't close the drapes, then it's not going to be chilly. He knew that, girl. He puts him in an impossible situation, an unanswerable answer. Only thing they can do is comp him. He did that as he was going out the door. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we start off with feet and ankles, girl. I wish I can get a close-up of them ankles. He was trying to avoid the ankles. That's why he was shooting the camera down at his foot, thinking that the feet part would just show, right? No, girl. You got a whole nother ham bone behind there that can't fit into the shoe. Why would you even buy a shoe like that? It doesn't make any sense, girl. You got to buy something that just covers over the top, honey. I ain't pull out no more shoes. I got tons of sandals, honey. It's all different kinds, girl. I don't know why he thought he was going to get his big ass feet in, because you had to try the shoe on at some point. At some point, before you got to Vegas, you knew that shoe would not fit you and you would be sitting on the back of it, right? Even when you loosen the top of the Burke, you still couldn't get your foot in there. Why would you wear something like that, girl? Was it a brand new shoe? Was the first time you wore it there? I don't understand it. You feel so confident. I'm going to take a picture of my feet. I'm going to take a picture of my beautiful feet. With my little dot of an ankle in the middle of all that fat, all that meat. Ugh. Okay. Let me see what y'all say. Yeah, Al Roker, he did what he needed to do for his health. You know, there are various reasons to lose weight. Around 50, the doctors start telling you, if you are a big person, that we got to do something about their weight, because considering your heart. And there are certain diseases that will show up in your feet first, because it represents your circulation, right? You walk around these huge ass rotund ankles. It could be a reflection of your circulation getting down to your feet. So it is something to be concerned about. I don't think that taking handfuls of pills and walking around 120 degrees is the right formula. Just my opinion. Al Roker doesn't look good. Al Roker has a much better chance of living, though. I'll say that. Stevie J said he was looking good at first, but now he can't stop, girl. He can't stop. He gonna start eating, child. The man said he has an eating disorder. All you can do is listen to him for a while. Them are some ugly feet, she said. Let me go back a little taste. He's starting to look bad in the face. And got the nerve to take his glasses off, girl. Them old eyes. Look like Jabba the Hutt, girl, in the face. You look better behind an avatar, nigga. Avatar face. I'm going back a little bit now. Stevie J said younger gays normally use older ones for resources. Exactly. He got to pay. And he don't want to pay nothing. It's cheap. He's stealing from everybody, right? Begging from everybody, but he don't want to pay nothing. That's why Mark had to come to the conclusion, honey. I am wasting my youth on this fool. Right? And he started for the door. I'm in pain. I'm not feeling so good. Eat, nigga. Happy Sunday. Hi, Nikki, Connie, D-Dot, Nikki with the eye patch balloon. I hope y'all have a nice Sunday. Don't look at them feet if you're going to eat. Go ahead and have your meal first before you look at Jay Wilson ankles. That would be the benediction.